Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Night of Champions. We're going to talk, of course, about the final. I enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself. I was the interesting final. It was maybe not the team I hoped, and that is wrong for me, of course, to say because as a critic, you always have to be independent. Um, I think what went wrong for Liverpool, and that is very phobic to say, um, is actually in the 30th minute when Salah was knocked out of the game. He was gone injured to the side. I think that that changed a lot for the game for Liverpool. Um, it took a little bit of breath out, even though Mana came actually very good back. Um, and 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 here's the thing, guys. Here's the when I was watching the game, and you could easily see actually also when that happens, it looked a little bit to me that Liverpool was mentally done. They were ready to give up, and that's how important Salah has been actually for Liverpool this season. I already noticed, for example, when when Liverpool exchanged Salah in I think it was the first game against AS Roma. It felt like the team also shrank down, and normally you would say, yeah, but one player is not making the whole team, and that is a true fact. Still, football is still a team sport. Um, but it felt like it took a breath out, and Liverpool got actually lucky back in the game due to, and I don't want to call it real luck. I think it's the wrong word. They came back in the game thanks to Mane. That goal gave hope, but they had something. There was something missing. There was still this piece of Salah missing. And I think it eventually broke them up. I think, and that is a little bit of weakness that Liverpool is counting too much on one player. I know that the problem is Liverpool, and why I have so much respect for Liverpool this season is they're a fighting team. If you now, for example, take Real Madrid, right? And admire Zidane, what he did, because in the 3 years he's been there, he never been knocked out of the Champions League. Never. He won it 3 times in a row, people. So that is a very amazing, achievement. I think it's never been done before. I had to look it up, but I'll ask otherwise Slayer also to check up on that. But here's the fact. Here's the fact, people. That Liverpool had. How do you say this? The thing is, what I respect so much, and especially into Jurgen Klopp, is that from this team, where he stood out in the qualifying matches, came this long with fighting football, beautiful football. Every match is wonderful to see from Liverpool. It shined like a true fighting star. Maybe they didn't have the Ronaldos, they didn't have the Iscos, they don't have that kind of power, right? They don't have the stardom power, but that is the stardom I like from Liverpool. They built such a good team with real not big name, because when Salah came to Liverpool and when he was transferred, and I saw that, I thought, hell, who the F is Salah? I'll be honest, I knew he was playing for Roma, and he didn't play that much, and he came over. I thought, well, he's going to sit on the bench slightly. You know, he's rubbing, making the bench like shine a little bit. You know, rubbing off with, and I thought that he would actually never make the first team. And he really, when he came and started to play for Liverpool, he impressed me. He brought something else to Liverpool, and that I think is also what actually gave Liverpool, and especially maybe the knowledge of football of Jurgen Klopp. Because trust me, if there is one guy Liverpool can thank for this season, it's Jurgen Klopp. That guy is, I think, one of the biggest talents as trainer, and he has some extraordinary, points he talks about, but he says how it is. He comes to his word. He's come to his age. He's always kept his word. He kept whole the season amazing. And then you can say, yeah, you lost the final, but you can also say, hey, we're the number 2 team in Europe. We made it to the best 2 teams we made the final. And that sounds more impressive than you say, I lost the final. No, you didn't, Liverpool. Yes, you lost the final, but you gained also something. That you always have to keep. There can only be one winner, right? You can't win them all, as I always say. But to shine and to keep on fighting with this kind of football, I think you achieve a lot more than actually the bookings was keeping higher. I think so. Take, for example, I think if there was standing a Barcelona or something, who's a great team, Liverpool would outshine them. And that is amazing. The names that they're not in the top and everything. And Salah, he brought that stardom. He brought a shade from, hey, look at me, I'm here. That's what I found amazing from this season of Liverpool. Yes, they lost maybe the Champions League final, but they gave us a lot back. Beautiful football. Football you could sit and enjoy and be entertained. For as neutral fans as we are, or as journalists also, it was always impressive to see dominant. Look what you did to Manchester City, who was so dominant in the Premier League, right? You knocked out the Manchester City. That's maybe yes, I am aware that Real Madrid have a tougher way to come to the final. Tottenham Hotspur, I think Juventus, a whole lot of other teams, and Liverpool. Real Madrid actually also became second in their group. They didn't become first. So keep in mind, but they kept also. I will come to Liverpool Real Madrid first. But I think that Liverpool, and that was funny. You could see they have it difficult actually with Hoffenheim. They didn't have it easy, but they made it, and you could see Liverpool start growing in the Champions League. How further they came, and that was also the fact in the Premier League. You could see them grow. The problem with Liverpool was that with the small teams, they had difficult with them. And I think that Liverpool was perfect to go as in the team as the underdog. But due to they go into the matches with underdog, they could shine. And actually, I felt tonight they went in with the knowledge Jurgen Klopp has, that they went in not as the underdog, but the favorite to win. And that sounds weird, especially if you're going up against Real Madrid, the team who won 3 times in a row now the Champions League. With stars players like Ronaldo, and the guy who's almost not playing, he scored 2 goals, people. Bale, he's back. And that is the luxury problem Real Madrid has facing now. They have Benzema, actually not so favored always. But trust me, what I saw from him, he shined it all. Then you have Isco, I don't have to say anything more about Isco. Isco is a great guy. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the World Cup. Kroos, also, I believe, still one of the biggest and best midfield players in Europe. Real Madrid has that starting team. And I believe, and that sounds very weird, that if you saw before the final, I felt like Real Madrid went into this game as the underdog. It sounds weird. I know. Right? And Liverpool of Real Madrid is facing now 3 years in a row, never been knocked out of the Champions League, never got a victory of, yes, they lost for maybe 1-2 matches, but always made it to the next round. I can't remember in my life, and I'm 42 now this year, people, so you know how old I am, and how old, I can't remember in how long I've been watching football. That's a very long time, peeps. That's a very long time. That a team for so many years in a row never been knocked out of the biggest football tournaments in the whole wide world, the UEFA Champions League. And tonight we saw it again. Tonight we saw why Real Madrid won the Champions League. It was not because they have the quality to do so. And then I can say again to Liverpool, yes, you lost, but you lost to a team that if you lose to them, it's not a shame. Trust me, with all the money they spend in, all the stars they have, it's not a shame. And I think Liverpool did their best after the dealings they could, especially after they lost Salah. And what I found was amazing, right? Well, it was an amazing picture. If you have noticed, I don't know if you noticed that, when before the match started, when the teams were lining up to go into the football stadium, Ronaldo of Salah was standing there totally concentrated. He was totally locked off. He was focused. And Ronaldo came in and looked at him like, oh shit. And he knew that is my competition. Now the question, of course, is with Salah. He had an amazing season. Can he keep it up? Can he continue? And what will he do with Egypt and the World Cup? And I hope he makes the World Cup. He's not too much injured, because I want to see that kind of World Cup with Egypt playing. I want to see if he can only play that well with the Champions League, or for that matter, also for Egypt. And if so that been said, has AS Roma failed? Has AS Roma failed to discover the talent Salah has? Because I can imagine that AS Roma, even though they made it to the semi-finals, they're really biting their tongue now from selling Salah. I can imagine that. But the fact question is also Salah the perfect player for Liverpool? Is he at that spot that in Liverpool, how they play that system, can he shine there? Is that a guy that maybe in other teams, how different they play, would not that shine that much? Could that be the problem with AS Roma? I don't know, people. I really don't know. And that is a question we have to now get answered. And what is happening to Salah? Is he staying with Liverpool? the manager of Liverpool has Werner. He said also, we're going to make a lot of money free. We're going to buy a lot of stars. And I can imagine they want to build. They want next year to win the Champions League. They want to grow better and bigger and be the best. That is where we go. And now the funny is, we have a situation that both European Cups won by two teams from the same city. Atletico Madrid wins the Europa League. Real Madrid wins the Champions League. So we're getting the European Super Cup between two teams from Madrid. Now I'm wondering, I can't remember where it's being played, but probably it's not going to be played in Madrid. Probably not. So it's kind of funny, right? You're getting a derby played somewhere else in Europe. It's kind of messed up. Now I always have the question, I always have that famous show and that term, the aftermath. Well, the aftermath is still coming because we have to wait and see what's going to happen on the World Cup. All right, we're going to see a lot of players from Real Madrid playing at the World Cup. We're going to see Will with Wales. We're going to see Ronaldo with Portugal. And that's the thing, right? These players play so well. And you saw actually already on the European Championships last year that Wales and Portugal were doing so well. Due to these players. They were managing on one player. So can we see that at the World Cup? And can we then see also Egypt, a team from Egypt, thrive on due to the talent of Salah, if he can play, if he's not injured, right, for the World Cup. Let's say that. And is that the thing? What should Egypt do? If I was the coach of Egypt, I would go look for possibilities to play in the same system Liverpool does. Serve Salah because he is amazing in that system. I don't know if they have the players for it. I have not much knowledge of Egypt football, so I really don't know, people. But if the possibilities is there, is that not wise to do for Egypt? I don't think they have the talent like Mane, or they don't have the talent like you know what I mean. The only guy I feel is a little bit sorry for, and I wrote this quickly name down because I suck at names, is Karius, the goalie from Liverpool. I mean, guys, people from Liverpool, that guy is needing some mental help, support, because that guy, that goal, the first goal from Benzema, I mean, it was a goal, but my God, and that can hurt on the goal. Also mentality. So please take care of the guy. And that was also the third goal from Bale. The guy has had his fist suit. The ball went to the goal instead. He pumped it away. I don't think it was the guy's night. Trust me. And if his wife is watching this show, give him some TLC because he's going to need it. Anyway, I think I said enough. I gave my thoughts. Liverpool came too short. They missed their star. Real Madrid shined due to their stardom, due to the star players they have. I don't think there are any losers in this final, and that sounds very weird. I think Liverpool can be proud looking on an amazing season in the Champions League. And I hope that Liverpool keeps that in mind. Real Madrid, yes, you played the tactical very wise, right? And in that way, you deserve it. But don't get down on Liverpool because they're a great team and I see great future. If they can keep on building Liverpool, trust me, they'll be back. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is JJ Abbink, reporting for GJ Sports Studio here on GJ LiveTube. If you feel like watch more podcasts of pro wrestling or football, especially with football coming up to the World Cup, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel here on youtube.com/GJ LiveTube. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/GJ Sports Studio. You can tweet with us on @GJ Sports Studio. We're also on Pinterest, pinterest.com/GJ LiveTube. Instagram, we are instagram.com/GJ Sports Studio. I think I mentioned it all. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. Take care. I hope you had a great final, and I'll see you then. Take care. Ciao.